Hey everybody, how are you doing today? I'm so excited to be here. I am a COVID survivor, y'all. I am so excited that I'm here today to be able to communicate with you, talk to you on my YouTube channel, catch me on Facebook, inbox me if you ever need any advice from me. And we're on go. Yes, we're on go. I apologize. I was supposed to be broadcasting at least once a week and giving you these nuggets twice a week just so that you'll be able to know exactly about how to upgrade your business, right? So who don't want to upgrade their business? There's times that we feel stagnant in our business. There's times that we feel as though that we're not doing what we're supposed to do. And there's something for us out here. There's something for us all out here, right? Long as we have our own purpose and we have our own long as we have our own purpose, please comment, like, share, post down here if there's anything that you think that needs to be discussed today. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. If there's anything that you may think that needs to be spoken about, I'm a business consultant, tax preparer for 9 years. I focus on budgeting, corporate advisory. I focus on business consultation. I focus on everything that has to do with money, right? So listen, there's always somebody that we have to pay. And that's the IRS. And I always focus my business consulting based off of taxes because that's my niche. So that's why I have on here business license, business niche, business opportunities, business name, because you have to you have to take care of your business just as if it's a child that you have. If you got 10 kids, well, you got to take care of all 10 of them. And the way that you do that is by multiplying and being fruitful and by giving those nuggets out also through education. How can people know exactly what you do if you don't ever tell anybody, right? So you have to be the ultimate salesperson for yourself. And I'm here as Mickey Ayla Clark Brockington. Call me Mickey, y'all. You don't have to use my whole government name. Just call me Mickey. I'm here for you. Questions that you may have in relations to business and taxes, I'm here to answer them. That's easy for me. That's just a God-given gift. So listen. So today I want to talk to you about startup checklists. Every time there's a startup in your life, that means a business, anything, you have to have a business plan, right? Everybody say have a business plan. How many times have you heard somebody say have a business plan and you have not planned or you have not written it down or you was like, oh, I got it all in my head. I figured out that actually causes anxiety. Go look it up. It causes anxiety when you don't really know exactly what you're going to write down or what you're going to do, right? So write the vision, make it plain. I have biblical principles. So I always focus everything that I do on principle based stuff, right? So listen, startup. I want to tell you a good startup checklist for nonprofits. Everybody wants to start a nonprofit. Everybody wants to have a nonprofit. Everybody wants to give back to their community. But guess what? A nonprofit is an actual business. If you're not good with money, if you're not good with taxes, if you're not good with budget, a nonprofit is not for you. So also you have to know the ins and outs of nonprofit. Are you going to be, what type of nonprofit are you going to be? Are you going to be an incorporated nonprofit? Are you going to be a LLC? Or what kind of nonprofit are you going to have? What is going to be the main thing that everybody know you for? Are you going to be a resource center? Are you going to be a youth service center? Are you going to be a government entity that does contracts with the government or something? You know, you have to know exactly what your 501c, what is it going to be? If it's going to be a farmers cooperative, there are so many nonprofits out there in the world. I can keep going for days and days and days. But guess what? It's about you. What are you going to do? So now, I'm a business consultant. I'm not a lawyer and not a CPA, but I'm a business consultant and I'm a tax preparer. So I've been preparing taxes for years, so I know everything that it is to know about audits, headaches, the IRS, anything that the IRS tell you that you need. That's what I'm here for. So listen. So if there's any comments, I'm gonna answer your comments and stuff at a later time. Post, share, like, give me thumbs up if this is something that you want to hear often, like how to start my nonprofit. Come on now. Most people always say, like, hey, I know what I'm doing, but sometimes we don't. So, all right, I'm gonna make this quick. First thing, I know everybody in the world says start a business plan, but how are you going to start a business plan not knowing exactly what to write down on your business plan, right? So I'm gonna give you some nuggets. Mission statement. What are you going to do? First, pick one thing and know exactly what that one thing is. If it's youth services, right? What is your goal? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to raise awareness and anything, or are you trying to promote something good? Are you trying to develop something? Know what that one thing is and you walk it out, right? So now that is your mission statement, but what are you going to do? So I know y'all heard of missionary trips, right? That's when people go overseas and they find their purpose through God and they find themselves and they do missionary work. They help evangelistical services. I mean, a lot of people do this on a daily basis and it's a ministry. And some people don't even know that they're doing outreach ministry or they're trying to help people, right? So listen, business plan, mission statement. That's the first thing you need to write down in your tablet. Write this down now. This is some good juice. Now, this is paid for juice. I'm just telling you it for free so that you'll know exactly. I mean, the value of it is amazing. Like, if you have a mission statement, you'll be able to pitch to anybody. So, like, if I go over here and say, hey, we research, execute, and solve business tax problems. That's my mission statement, but it's a for-profit business. So when it's talking about nonprofits, right? Like nonprofit is meaning that it's not for you, it's for the people, but you're going to get paid in your budget, right? So what you need to be talking about is like your mission statement. My mission is this is what my purpose is. This is what I'm going to do. What? The what of your nonprofit. So for instance, I have a nonprofit for business development called Start Fresh Court. Start Fresh Court, what do? We elevate individuals to understand their being through business solutions, business branding, business entrepreneurship. Period. There's nothing else that I should be doing. All I'm doing is encouraging you, elevating you, telling you exactly what you need to do to go to your next level, right? That's it. Nothing else. So have your mission statement. Don't let people be thinking like you're crazy or you're everywhere and you're trying to do this, trying to do that, trying to. Don't do all of it in one thing. I promise you, it do not work like that. Do one thing. Like I can't explain it. Do one thing. My one thing is taxes. Everything that I do goes back to the IRS, paperwork filings, 2848 forms, 941s, 1099s, Schedule C's, 1040s, anything with a number on it, anything that has to be done by a tax preparer, that's me. Okay? That's me. Boss office, that's what we do here. Fresh Start Financial, we're IRS e-file providers. Just plug me in. I'm going next. So I said startup checklist. Business planning. Okay, everybody's talk about business planning, but you got to write your mission statement and then determine your startup costs. Then you got to choose your name for your business. Then you got to research competition. Then you got to research target market. So when you research your competition, who is your competition? You won't even know who your competition is if you don't even know what you're selling or what you're trying to provide to the community. If you're a food bank, look for other food banks in the area. Listen, just because it may be your competition doesn't mean that you cannot talk to them, right? Yeah, I mean, you can talk to the food bank and ask them to assist you or partner up. There's nothing wrong with that. Competition is not the competition that most people teach us through sports. Like I was a soccer player, so like I was dominant. Like I'm going to get the ball to the other end. My job was sweeper, but anywho, competition. Know your competition. I researched people and know exactly who was the best player on the other team, who was the other sweeper, and how many successful goals they made or whatever they done. I'm like, that's me. So do the same thing. Know your competition and where you live. And then if you're national, know your competition. But if you're not national, stay local. Go local, state, federal, right? So, business planning. I done told you everything that's going to be a part of your business planning section. Now, brand development. You got to get that logo. How am I know who you are? Like, who are you? That's the question. So the what is what you're going to do, which is your business plan, the mission statement, the startup costs, knowing your business name, also the research and competition, research and target market. You need to know your business more than anybody else. That's why you have a business plan. You write it down. And so now brand development, okay, your logo. Create and order business cards. You can create your own business cards. There's websites out there for you. There's something called Fiverr, Fiverr.com, and you can have somebody make you a nice business card. Go to Vistaprint. Listen, Vistaprint.com is an excellent place for you to get all your business needs, like anything. But I like to shop local. So I try to partner with like people that are local business owners and see exactly what they have. Also on Facebook, I know that y'all have this in your own hometown or anywhere. Like they have people in your hometown that is posting like we do graphic designs, we do this, we do that, and then you can actually print your stuff off. Look, listen, Avery.com slash whatever you want, Avery.com, Walmart.com. They have business cards and stuff for you. Like you can print off your own business cards from Avery.com, y'all. And yeah, it's excellent. But the design is on you. Logo, you need to trademark and your logo. That's you have to go to the Congress, Library of Congress, and to do all that. So little nuggets. Also, create and order business cards, hire web designer. Okay, you really need a website. Okay, the times have changed. Okay, the times has changed. You can have a brick and mortar building, right? A local facility, but it's time out. Like you have to have an e-commerce website, or you have to be located on eBay, or you have to. Like, there's no. You have to be online, because how people going to know who you are when they look you up? They're going to look you up. They're going to look you up with the Secretary of State to see if you're actually a legitimate business. And they're going to look you up online to see if what you got going on. But all that goes into your business credit. But I just wanted to tell y'all this stuff. Like, these are some good nuggets for nonprofit entities. And if you're trying to get back to the community, I don't mind telling you these things to help you get back to the community, right? Because at the end of the day, everybody has their own niche, their own thing, what they're trying to do. And if you don't know exactly where to start, I just gave you the start. Yes, I just gave you the start. So, business plan. Okay, mission statement. If long as you know, we research, execute, and solve business and tax problems. That's what we do here at Boss Office, right? So you should know what you do. And guess what? You can hear it. You hear the conciseness of it, and you hear that you know what we do. So don't be all over the place. Anywho, let's go to the next thing. Hire web designer, choose web hosting platform. GoDaddy.com, Wix.com, Shopify, they're out there for you. Do it yourself. Stop asking people to do stuff for you. Do it yourself. Go to GoDaddy.com, get you a domain name, get you stuff that you need, launch your website, get out there. Post things on there. Get you a graphic. I told you to hire a web designer. So if you need somebody to help you, do that. Hire somebody to help you. But if that's not working for you, then you really need to just do it yourself. I mean, because you need to get out there. Like SEO, search engine optimization is like the 100% thing that you can use to analyze anything that you need online. You know what I'm saying? Like, search engine optimization, you need to know that. You need to know your when, where, what, how, and why, that what Google think about you. Okay, so that's the brand development, and that's the business planning. And let's go on to business development. I love business development, okay, because that's what we do here at Boss Office. What we do is we develop businesses. So we help you. You sit down, you talk to us, you pay consultation fee, and we just say, hey, what are you trying to do? And we walk you through that from A to Z. This is how you get it done. But we focus on it through taxes. Yeah, that's our little niche, is taxes. We focus so that you'll be prepared for taxes the next season, because we don't want you to go to your tax preparer or come back to us for taxes, sit down, not having your receipts, not having your book. bookkeeping needs, not having the things that you need in order for us to prepare your taxes, right? Because that's a big issue. You sit down, ask the tax preparer to help you, but we cannot help you if you don't have receipts, paperwork, something for us to look after. Also, we also help you keep your records. So there's sometimes you don't know exactly what to do, how to use things, and we tell you, we walk you through. And that's what the consultation is for. We are business consultants, but also tax preparers. And our niche is to assist you research, execute, and solve your business tax problems. Okay. So that's what we do. So business development, let's get into it. Legal structure. So if you have a business, you have to develop um every day. You have to learn every day because you got to have financing, you have to have customers, um you have to have things that will actually assist you within the spectrum of whatever business that you may be in, right? So you need to know your local competition. You need to know who you're competing with. You need to be out there as a foot soldier. I know it's COVID-19. I know you have to protect yourself. I know you need to slow it down a little bit. But guess what? There's a digital presence that's available for everybody. Call Facebook, YouTube, all social media outlets. So my listen, do you, okay? Do you. Just make sure that every day you're elevating and you're not just sitting in your office being stagnant, not doing what you're supposed to do, blah, 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 stuff like that. Okay. So choose your legal structure. That means know exactly what type of entity you're going to be: LLC, LLP, partnership. What are you going to be? Why are you going to be it? Now, we give you consultation advice on that in reference to tax laws and why you should do it, how it will help you on your taxes next season when it's time for tax write-off, right? Every business owner wants to know exactly what they can write off and what they need to write off, and that's what we're here for. We try to explain to you, give you tax planning advice tax season, before tax season, y'all. Before tax season, not during the time, not during the time of, okay, but before. All right. So register your business name. Go to your Secretary of State and register your name. Um, you gotta, yeah, EIN number. Get an EIN number. Just having a EIN number, people, is not a business. I don't know who came up with that. I don't know who told people that, but just having an EIN number is not a business. Listen, you have to have a birth certificate before you get your social, right? That's what makes you a citizen. So, in order for you to be a legitimized citizen, you need your license, which is the Secretary of State registration, and or your local license. Okay, go to your code enforcer and ask them what should you do in reference to starting a business, and they will tell you. They will tell you, and do what they say do. Fill out the paperwork, y'all. So then next, on the other hand, you have your EIN number, tax ID. So when you get that, now you have a citizen. You have your birth certificate and you have your social, which is your EIN. But there's other numbers and stuff that you may need, DUNS, and there's a whole lot of other things that you may need, but you also have to protect it with your life, okay? Because that's how you start your business credit. And you really need business credit. You really need, things that will help you in your business. But for instance, yeah. So when you get all that stuff together, you get your business bank account. And, when it comes to nonprofit, just know your niche. Know exactly what you're doing. Know the business ideas that you have. Write it down. Write all of them down, but only use the only six that you have. Also, anything dealing with nonprofit, make sure you make it count. Know your niche, know exactly who you're going to target, who you're going to assist, and why, and what problem need based are you going to solve. Nonprofit is a business, but at the end of the day, you still have to pay taxes. There's a 990 990 form that you have to fill out, and you just don't want your stuff to go under because you did not do your taxes with the nonprofit. So also, there's a accountability piece with your nonprofit. You really need to make sure you do what you're supposed to do. Also, accountability is mandatory. So I'm so excited that you came by and joined me today. The different things that is needed with a nonprofit is similar to what's needed with a business, but accountability, accountability, accessibility, and transparency is very important with nonprofits because everyone can do an open record request and see your record, see what you done, see what you didn't do. And that is very important. Everybody can get in your business, right? There's no court order needed. And so if everybody can get in your business with your nonprofit, that means you take care of your nonprofit, you be transparent, you be an open book, you do everything, let everybody know exactly what you're doing. Okay. And, just make sure your mission, your goals, your vision, your values are all written down. And if you got that written down, I promise you, you would definitely have a business plan. And I know how hard it is to write down that business plan because everybody say write down a business. Okay, we hear it all the time. But know your responsibilities as a CEO of your nonprofit, and how would you take care of the day-to-day operations, the administrative task. How would you how would you do things that would assist you in a nonprofit business? Also know the management and development responsibilities, your insurance when it comes to nonprofit. Know exactly how to recruit people, volunteer work, what it entails when you start doing fundraising events. Who's your finance officer going to be? Who's the grant writer in your business? Also, who's going to be the marketer, who's going to promote it, who you're going to have as the face of your business, you know all that kind of stuff. Social media, people who's going to be your social media person. I'm telling y'all, utilize everything that is going to be online, period, especially if it's free. Like I said earlier, Fiverr, GoDaddy, put your stuff online. If it's not online, you ain't gonna do nothing. Yeah, I mean, if it ain't online, you don't exist, pretty much. And some people, there was something back in the day that they said be seen and not heard. Well, I like to be heard and seen because that's the type of person I am. That's where I grew up. I mean, so I think that it's great to have accountability, transparency, and be visible in your business. And if it's a nonprofit business, believe it, you really needs to make sure all your stuff is together. And there's different types. There's charitable trusts. There's different types. The budget. Have your projected budget. Have your startup costs ready. Know all the startup information that you have to have. So, like for instance, your business name, how much it's going to cost for that, your license, your permits, your domain name, trademarks, patents, your registration for your vehicles if you got vehicles involved, membership fees, accountant fees. Me, that's what we do around here. We just do taxes for people and we educate them and try to give them some type of transparency, right? So know your computer software training, wages, who you're going to pay, sponsorship levels, no fundraising tools, what you're going to do, GoFundMe, Mighty Cause, Care to, what you're going to use, fundraising ideas. If you're going to do a gala, golf tournament, auction, haunted house, bingo night, community dance, whatever thing that you're going to do for your nonprofit, make sure you do it. Also, nonprofit startup steps, you know, develop the idea, know your what, know what need you will address. Okay, we talked about that earlier. Know what will your organization be focused on. You have to know that what your organization will be focused on, and what's the works that you'll be doing that will create a product or productivity within your community. So with the 501c3, you can actually do community service with that. There's so many different things that you can do to help other people. Um, Also, make sure you create a name and register the name with the state. Just give me a little synopsis of today's talk so that you'll have that. Write your nonprofit bylaws down. That's something very important. People need to know exactly who, what, when, where, and the who of it. So make sure all your stuff is written down. And if it's not written down, you're going to have anxiety. Pretty much. But I thank y'all for joining me today, and I'm glad that everybody tuned in. I'm excited that you was here. I see a few likes, a little shares. So guess what? There's more people that needs to know exactly what a nonprofit is. And Michaela Brockington, 9-year veteran tax preparer who have dealt with the IRS on several occasions for her clients and herself. So listen, I'm very qualified. I'm an expert in reference to starting a business. So guess what? Just call me. Let me know. Inbox me. We're here for you. If you need anything, just inbox me on Facebook. I'm glad that you're here. Or drop some comments down. I'll get back to those comments. Email us at consultant@startfreshonline.com. And I'm so glad that you're here today. And y'all have a wonderful evening and enjoy your day. Bye bye.